Hello, my gins. How you doing? By the way, I haven't heard about this person that tried to correct me. It is okay if you try to correct me. By the way, I don't mind it. I do mind it a little bit. I don't like being undermined. But you can correct me if I said something that was wrong. But don't undermine me. You know. Those are two very different things. So I'm not mad at you, and you can still watch my videos. And if you catch something I said was wrong, you can let me know too. You know, and at the same time, you learn something new too. You didn't know that gins was the actual plural of the word gin, and I wasn't sure. But I knew that gin was a singular noun. I don't even know what the feminine version of gin is. But a lot of people confuse the word genie with gin. They're not the same. Um, Even though they do the same thing, kind of. You know, because I am a genie. I can make wishes happen too. Uh, but the difference between a jinn and a genie is the genie is like the occidental version of a jinn. And the genie is more known for only wishes. I'm more known to grant wishes and do other things. You know. So anyway, my name is Lucifer, also known as Seth, spiritual and business consultant. If it's your first time joining my channel, welcome. And I'd like to tell you something that happened to me the other day while I was doing the Crypt show. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Go check out the Crypt. It's not Lucifer's Lounge, but it was the first time I ever did it. I did it outside. It was fun. It was fun, man. It was some good music. I had a good time. There was some good music. You probably couldn't see all the people that was supporting me because they were like on the other side of the street. So, so so anyway, it was cool, man. You can catch something there, if you look closely or not. Anyway, there wasn't enough. You guys, there was not enough of you guys there. There was a couple of you guys there, but there wasn't enough of you guys there. The volume for my microphone again was down, and this is why I need you guys sometimes. Like I said before, um, because I don't. It's very glitchy and very touchy because if I have to mess with the volume, I might lose the stream. So I kind of don't want to touch it too much if I don't have to. So that might be one of the reasons why I have these technical difficulties with my microphone when I'm speaking. Although I did turn the volume up more than the last live episode that's on the website. The link is in the description. MajorHater1523.com. The last episode of Lucifer's Lounge, the mic was, it was okay at the beginning, but at the end it was like, ugh, So anyway, that's why I need you guys to be there, man. That's why you gotta let me know, man. You gotta let me know, you know. Um, so while I was preparing, there was an enormous. The reason why I'm saying this is because I might inspire somebody to do the same thing, and like, they might be like, okay, I'm preparing this, but I'm getting a lot of evil eyes. I'm getting some evil eye, man. And I don't feel like doing this because people be pissing me off and shit, man. And I totally understand you because while I was preparing that thing, while I was preparing the crypt, I was there was a lot of evil eye, bro, and there was a massive amount of evil eye. And the worst part is, I'm thinking like I understand you completely. I feel you completely, man, for being angry like that. But the thing is, because I'm thinking like, yo, I'm doing something. It's not for me. I'm doing this for the community. I'm doing this to wake people up. I'm doing this to shake and bake. You know what I mean? I'm doing this to shake and bake the block. You know what I mean? I'm giving this to give people energy. I'm giving this to give people hope, man. I'm giving this for, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of like, why are you giving me evil eyes and shit, man? Why don't you come here and chill? You know what I mean? Like, why don't you just, why don't you be part of this? You know what I mean? Why don't you help? You know what I mean? Like, why are you giving me evil eyes and shit, bruh? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? And all the whole time, it took me I was up all day, fixing this shit up, man, fixing that shit up, bro. That's why I started at night, bro. I had just finished putting up the lights when I started the show, bro. Like I was, anyway. So it's messed up, man. You know what I mean? It's messed up, bro. Like so I was setting up the whole table and the stream and everything and the cameras and shit, and putting up the lights and shit, and I was receiving. I had some compliments, but the things that a lot of people don't know is that I was getting evil eyes up the hoo ha. You know what I mean? So I'm doing this video because I understand, like, if you were thinking of doing the same thing, or you did do the same thing, and while or I'm inspiring you to do the same thing, and you're probably doing something right now or at the time, or you're thinking of doing something and you getting evil eyes and shit, you kind of feel discouraged, and you kind of feel like you don't feel like doing that shit anymore, because what's the point of doing something if everybody's gonna hate on you? You know what I mean? And the worst part is you're not even doing that shit for yourself. You're doing that shit for the city. You're doing that shit for your street, or the community. You know what I mean? So you kind of feel like, nah, like it's like, nah, like you don't feel like doing that anymore. And that's like the major problem with this whole evil eye thing and this jealousy disease, because there is a lot of people that would do things like that. They just don't feel like doing it because of that whole evil eye shit, man. They're not scared of you. It's just that it's not it kind of it's like not worth it. You know what I mean? Like what's the point of me doing something if everybody's gonna hate me for it? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, So I completely understand you, man. I completely understand you, bro. Like don't think because that I did my little shindig and I was looking like I was having a good time or some shit like that. That it wasn't you know. So it is what it is. You gotta plow through it. You gotta plow through it, man. You just gotta plow through it, man. And like the Bible verse says, whatever that verse is, I don't remember, but do the thing and the flock will come. I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what it says. Just do what you do and the people will come, bro. Like, never mind the evil eye, never mind the Illuminati, never mind, all these crazy people, just do what you do, and people will come, man. Like they'll show up. You know what I mean? Of course, there's not a lot of people that showed up the other day, but there was it was cool, man. It was lit. It was fire. It was fire, man. It was fire, bro. There was definitely there was a good emotion in the air. There was a good emotion in the air, man. Except for that whole evil eye shit, and like the constant hate and the jealousy and the gang stalker and shit like that. That's why Dolo did that Resident Evil shit the other day, man. Because I was trying to set up the tent. Like I said the other day, man, he did that video the same day I was setting up the tent. I did a video after, um, and then I did a video, after that video, because I was like, yo, this nigga tripping, man. Like, so, um, just do your thing, and people show up, bro. Like, people show up, and I do understand. I completely understand you. Don't think that I didn't go through that. I went through it. There was a lot of evil eyes. There was people acting like they was gonna rob me. There was people looking at me dirty. There was some goons that was looking at me dirty. There was all kinds of shit. You know what I mean, bro? Like all kinds of shit, bro. Like, so, but I just didn't give up. I really wanted to do that. I really wanted to do it. I really want to do it, and I'm gonna do it, man. And that's it. And that's all. And that's all. Whatever happens, happens. But I'm gonna do it. and I'm gonna record it too, so whatever happens gonna be caught on camera. you know, so whatever happens gonna be caught on camera, man. So I'm gonna do what I do, um, but I don't think anything bad is gonna happen, on the day of, because a lot of people was interested, man. A lot of people was interested, dude. A lot of people, that to me was kind of like the whole flock thing, the do the thing and the flock will come thing. That to me was that, to me it was that, because I don't get that much support from the community, man. Like, and it's mostly because of the things I say. I do understand that, but it's just people don't understand that there are some fucking psychos out here, bro. Like, there's a lot of goddamn fucking crazy people out here, man. And you might not like what I say, but some of those psychos might be some of your best friends, or and things like that. So that's why you don't like it. But I understand that too. But guy, by Lucifer's grace, I mean, like, there's a lot of things that just it is what it is, man. So yeah, man, like, so yeah, so that's one of the amazing reasons why people don't, um, people like they hate on me sometimes, man, because I try to tell the truth, and that I have my own opinions on things, and some of those opinions might rub people the wrong way. Some of those opinions rub people the wrong way, and I have a lot of opinion. I have I have a lot of opinion, man. So it's whack, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm a kind of a grayish person. I kind of live in a gray area. I kind of live in a gray area where I might accept certain things, but I'm not gonna accept other things. So I kind of live in a gray area. But the only reason why I'm thinking like that is because I'm thinking with my Godhead. I'm not thinking as a person that wants to save the entire planet from every harm ever happening in ever, like, what I mean. I'm not trying to put cushions on your body so you never get hurt. You know what I mean, bro? That's not what I'm trying to do. That's craziness. You'll go crazy trying to do that. You'll lose your damn mind trying to do that. You gotta let traffic flow both ways. You gotta let traffic flow both ways. Sometimes people gotta, there has to be things that happen from time to time, bro, and that's gonna help, because I'm not, I can't help every single individual on the planet. If I could help every individual, if I could help all individuals on the planet, that'd be a different story. But I can't do that. So in order to keep me grounded, in order to keep my the last bit of sanity that I have, part of my language, but in order to keep that sanity, I have to think on a higher level. I have to think like a God thinks. So there's some things that are, disgraceful and unpardonable, but there's other things that other people think that's disgraceful or unpardonable, but that they only think that because they don't understand specific things. It's not that it's unpardonable or disgraceful. It's like somebody smoking weed. There's some people that smoke weed. There's some people that see people smoking weed and they're like, yo, that's disgusting, and blah blah blah. Like they're like totally not for it, bro. But then there's other people that like, man, that's cool, that's cool. I don't. I'm benign in that shit. I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's not cool. If he smokes, shit, I'm gonna tell him, this and that and this and that, why I don't like smoking, or why blah 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 blah, or what I think. Like, I'm not gonna tell him what to do, but I'm gonna tell him what my opinion is, right? So he can choose to do whatever he wants to do with that, and I think that's better than forcing people forcing somebody not to drink or forcing somebody not to smoke, because then he's gonna realize by himself through his own thoughts why that's not good, right? So you can't really, or fight, or some people find the UFC disgusting, but the thing is, when you got a warrior spirit, you can't help yourself. You know what I mean? You can't help yourself. You gotta fight, man. You don't feel like hurting somebody. It's just there's something in you that's calling you to do it. You know what I mean? Like you can't deny it. It just is. It's just it just is. And to try to block processes like those in people's minds, I think some people should, when we talk about things like those, it's more of a thing like mind your business. You know what I mean? Like it's like mind your business. Like this person, he's like that. He's with a gang of people that's like that. So just let them be, man. If he stops, he stops. If he keeps going, he keeps going. That's like there's a reason for that, bro. Like there's a reason why that's there, man. So instead of like, it's like I did a video a couple months back talking about missing out on certain experiences. When you go out and you're like, oh, this person right here is doing this, I might tell them, I think that this person is like this. I have like preconceived notions or prejudices against this person, and in actuality that person is a good person and he could actually teach me something that I didn't know, but because of my preconceived notions about whatever he's doing, I don't want to know nothing about him. I don't want to hear him. I don't want to know shit. You know what I mean? And in actuality, that person could have been a good person to you, but you don't know because of all the preconceived notions that you made in your mind about whatever that is, right? So you're kind of like missing out on experiences. I don't try to miss out on experiences. I might miss out on experiences, but I don't try to, you know what I mean? Like I don't go out and get it in my own way. You know what I mean? Like I don't go out try to be like, stop smoking weed and shit. Like, hey, if you smoke weed, I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's bad either. You know what I mean? If he drinks, I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's bad either. You know what I mean? I drink. I don't drink because it's cool. I drink because I like the taste. I drink because I might have a little bit of an alcoholic in me. You know what I mean, bro? But to me, it's bigger than that. Because I can spend months and weeks not drinking. You know what I mean? Like so, it's not an alcoholic can't spend one day without drinking. You know, I can spend months and months without drinking one, like months, years without drinking. So from time to time, I'll take a beer or I'll sip a little something. You know, put a little bit of poison, in my body, man. You know, because you can't have. It's like exercising. You can't just have just good things in you. You have to have bad things in you too. Not all the time. But sometimes you gotta have a little bit of, you know, you gotta have a little bit of venom in you, man. I mean, how are you gonna be, not, immune to the venom if you ain't got no venom in you? You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm just saying, I'm wilding, I'm wilding, I'm wilding, but it's still true. Just because I'm crazy doesn't mean I'm wrong. Um, there's a lot of experiences that it's because people don't respect each other and people don't like each other. People always spit in each other's face for any damn reason. You know what I mean? Like they always spit in each other's face for any damn reason, right? They don't appreciate the experience that's going on. They don't take hold of the experience that's going on. They don't try to own the experience. Because you never know why somebody's doing something, and even when you know why somebody's doing something, there might be an underlying layer of why you just experience what you just experienced, right? So the only way to know that is when you actually don't have any preconceived notions. You know, I know it's easier to say. It's easier to say than do. It's easier to do than it's easier to say than do, right? But you got to try. You know, basically you got to try. You know, you just got to try. Um, you just got to try, man. It's like people. There's cops. I know some cops, and if I talk to cops about, I can't really talk to cops. It would have to be a really cool cop if I talk about like high speed races, drag races, right, in the middle of the street. You can't really talk to a cop about shit like that. You know what I mean? So but there's nothing wrong with it, man. Like it's not that bad. It's dangerous. They could get into an accident. But I can't really talk about that to a cop because he's gonna flip his wig. you know he's gonna flip his fucking wig, right? So I can't really, if you meet a cop in the street and shit, he's in civilian suit. Cops hate that shit, you know what I mean? Like people that have that kind of job, they hate that shit like crazy, and they don't have to hate it. They just have to arrest the kids when they're doing that shit, but they don't have to hate it, because look at it this way, man. You could be going after a triple homicide murderer, right? Nah, you're chasing a bunch of kids down the street that rolling around in souped up cars. So that's a good afternoon to me, you know. So I mean, you don't have to, you don't have to get angry, man, because that shit. There's something about that, man. These guys are on the other level, If you, I mean, they might be jerks, but there's a genius to the craziness. Even though they're jerks, most of them are jerks. Most race car drivers are jerks. Let's face it, we're not gonna lie to each other. Most race car drivers are jerks, but there's a genius to their craziness, man. Because those cars look great. They look great. They are using their imagination. They created that. The car was not like that when he had it. He made that. You know what I mean? So that's special. You know what I mean? There's something special about that, bro. You can't really put your finger on it. Now you can't really explain it, but there's something about this. There's something about this. So that's why I don't, I'm not gonna say don't do that, but I'm not gonna tell you to do that either. You know what I mean? Benevolence. Like there's this stream that I'm trying to let traffic flow both ways. I'm trying to let traffic flow both ways. No puns intended, because I'm not talking about Dolo's finger banging shit that he's doing and shit like that. Nah, I'm talking about real shit. Because letting traffic flow both ways is the way that you will find inner peace, bro. And yet, even if you are trying to let traffic flow both ways, it's still going to be you're still gonna face some troubles. So that's not the end all tell all of it all. But it helps. It helps a lot. You're like dropping weights that were on your conscience and your body by stopping your movement, taking a minute to reflect and meditate and be like, okay, I'm dropping this. You know what I mean? Like, I have to drop this shit. You know what I mean? And then you let traffic flow both ways. And then you can have more friends. And then people are going to trust you more because you're less dangerous. You're less aggressive. You know what I mean? And yes, of course, there's still, even when you realize all this shit, there's going to be people that's aggressive with you. It doesn't change anything. There's a lot of things. Well, anyway, you know what I mean. There's a lot of things that this world is made of, all the layers that I'm talking about, and the shit like that, right? There's multiple layers. So even when when you come into that realization and you're actually able to let go, you're still gonna be faced with the same kind of situations, and you might deal with those situations better, or you might slip up and, deal with those situations like you always do. That might happen too, but that's not the point. Internally and subconsciously, you're still making leaps and bounds in progress because you're letting traffic flow both ways. So you're gonna evidently have less stress. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Have a good one. Peace out. And don't forget to subscribe. And if it's your first time joining my channel, because I didn't even present myself, I think I didn't present myself. My name is Lucifer, spiritual and business consultant. And like I said before, have a good one.